everyone, welcome to Fatema's Art Show. Usually on my channel I do arts and crafts videos, DIYs, but sometimes I just like change it up a little bit and do something a bit different, and today is one of those days. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my weight loss journey and also top tips. So what I really want to do is just share my knowledge, and hopefully I can help anyone out there that wants to start their weight loss journey. Okay, so first of all I want to start from the very beginning of my journey and what made me decide to lose weight. So if anyone that knows me a few years back, if they had told me, or kindly if they had told me, how about you think about losing weight, eating healthy, I would have probably told them no, that's not something I want to do. I'm happy with myself, I love myself, I love my body, I'm completely fine with it, I don't need to lose weight, and I would have completely dismissed them. So what made me start, what gave me that drive and that push? What gave me that drive and push to start is because, one, I was getting pain on my feet, which obviously if you have a lot of weight on your feet, it can't be good. I mean, it's really hard to walk long distances and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons that made me start. Also, I was thinking overall about how, if I loved myself that much, wouldn't I want to look after myself? Wouldn't I want to look after my body? So the first top tip I can give you is your mindset. You can't change your physical if you haven't changed your mental. You need to mentally change how you see everything, how your relationship with food, everything. It's all about your mindset. And to start with, you have to do it for the why. Why do you want to lose weight? What is the reason? What is the push? What's going to drive you to lose that weight? And that's what helped me in the beginning, because before I wouldn't have, like I said, I wouldn't have thought about it. But as soon as I had the why, I need to lose weight for my health, I didn't really care about, you know, looking skinny and looking slim and all of that. And I really cared, I didn't care so much about looks. I cared more about the health aspect of it. But if looks is something that pushes you and that's your goal, you want to look a certain way, then great. But I think the start is to have a goal, have a reason for doing it, and that's going to push you throughout and stop you from giving up. Because every time you feel like, oh, I'm going to give up, or today I'm not going to do it, you have that goal in the back of your mind thinking, no, you are going to do it because you want to achieve this, and in order to achieve this you need to do that. So that's a very good, I think, top tip that I can give you. So once you've changed your mindset, you have to change your relationship with food, because we all have a relationship with food, in terms of what we like, what we don't like, how we see food, also what we are allowing ourselves to eat. And when we see food as, maybe if you see, some people might see healthy food as not that nice, bland. Some people call it rabbit food. So your relationship with food, you have to kind of change that, and it takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight, of course. It takes a while. So the way I used to see it is, I used to be like, oh, you have to go on some crazy diet, or you need to starve yourself in order to lose weight and be healthy. And actually you don't. And when I started seeing results, like, oh my god, I can do it just by eating healthy? What? I thought you had to do some like crazy diet, but I wasn't. And what I did, top tip, is that you just need to switch. Just switch things around. Don't starve yourself, just switch your foods and eat healthy. So for example, instead of having chocolate, cakes, crisps, things like that, switch it with more healthier alternatives. Don't starve yourself, just switch it with healthier alternatives like fruits, veg, maybe dates, like dried fruit is fantastic. Things like that, little things like that, instead of all the junk food and the excess calories that you're getting from all those foods, you're switching them with all the healthy alternatives. Also, I was eating a lot of white rice. I was eating like tons of it, I'm not even joking with you, and I stopped that. I started eating brown rice. Switching. So I switched from white to brown. You get a lot more nutrients from it, a lot more fiber. So it's really fantastic for your body, and it's very, very healthy. So that's another top tip. Switch. And the other one, I would say, after you've switched all of the different things, you need to start thinking about your portion size. What is your portion size? Are you eating large amounts of it? Even if it's healthy, don't eat large amounts of food. Eat everything in moderation, and I think that really helped. Also, in terms of liquid, I drank a lot of water, and I'm still struggling with drinking the amount of water that you're supposed to be drinking, which they say is about 2 liters. I still sometimes struggle with it, but the water really helps, because sometimes we are not actually hungry, we're just thirsty and we just reach for food. And I still have that problem of sometimes thinking, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat something, and even though I'm switching to that healthy alternative, I'm thinking I'm hungry, but actually I'm just thirsty. So if you are drinking a lot of fizzy drinks, soda, just switch it to water and you'll start seeing changes. So once you do all the switches and control your portion size, you will start seeing a difference. I guarantee you will. Part of it is knowing what to eat. There is a lot of YouTubers that you can follow, and you can find out about different recipes, healthy recipes that you could do that can motivate you. Also, I'm telling you not to eat cake, biscuits, things like that, but actually sometimes it's okay to have a treat, because let's say it's my daughter's birthday or my birthday, and I want to have a slice of cake, or I've invited friends around. That's completely fine. It's fine to have that. I wouldn't call it a cheat day. Some people call it cheat day, and that's kind of dangerous, because you're thinking you're eating junk food, you're eating unhealthy food for a whole day. So I don't call it a cheat day, I just call it a little treat here and there, and that's completely fine, because what you want to do is not see it as a diet, you want to see it as a lifestyle change. And in order to have a lifestyle change, all you need to do is eat healthy most of the time, and allow yourself to have some treats once in a while. A slice of cake, a chocolate bar every once in a while. And that's going to make it more realistic, and you're going to be able to achieve your goals a lot faster, I guarantee it. So what if you've had a bad day? What if you've had a day where, went out and we ate a lot of unhealthy food? Oh, that's it, I've ruined it. I've ruined my chance to lose weight. I've ruined my chance. And then, I mean, that's what goes through a lot of people's mind. I can't do it anymore. I've ruined my chance. But actually, you can. Never ever give up. That's a top tip. Even if you've had a bad day one day, say tomorrow is going to be a good day, because 90% of the time or 70% of the time I am actually eating healthy. And if you've got that motivation right from the start, from what I said, the mindset, then you won't give up, because you'll think, I have a goal to reach. And yes, I've had a bad day. People have bad days, and don't call it a bad day, actually. Just call it a day where you've eaten a bit of unhealthy food, and tomorrow you're back there. You're back eating healthy. You're back doing everything that you can to lose that weight. Another advice I can give you about food is having a cutoff point that you're not eating before you go to bed. Now, if you eat a heavy supper before bed, you might find this a bit tricky, but if you're eating good nutritious food that's going to fill you up, you won't have a problem with this, because you're eating healthy nutritious food and fiber, and you're gonna feel fuller for a lot longer. So after I have my dinner, I might have a little snack before then, but my personal cutoff point is 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, I don't eat food, but I can drink as much water as I want. And it's really important to have that cutoff point, I think, because you're giving your body a rest. So after you're eating all of that food, you're giving your body a little bit of a rest. So after 8 o'clock, I don't eat anything, I just drink water. And this was tough for me. It was really tough for me, because what I'm always used to is that when my kids go to sleep, I like to sit there with a cup of tea and loads of junk food, loads of crisps and chocolates, and just have my time and just eat. And as soon as I changed that, I started to see results as well. So that one was a tough one for me. but again, I managed to do it. So you can too. Just have a cutoff point and stick to it. One last piece of advice I can give you in terms of changing your relationship with food and changing how you eat is that you need to find your food weakness. What is your unhealthy food weakness? My unhealthy food weakness was that I wanted something sweet. So after I had a savory meal, I wanted something sweet. I wanted a chocolate, I wanted something like cake, something with like a nice warm cup of tea or coffee. That kind of made me feel really good after a savory meal. But that might not be your weakness. That might be, you might have a different weakness. You might be drinking a lot of fizzy drinks, or you might be eating a lot of crisps. So find your weakness and then find the alternative. So after I found my weakness, I was like, what can I do instead of that? Okay, so after I have a savory meal, maybe I can take a few dates or some grapes or blueberries or strawberries. And so I fixed that and I changed my unhealthy to healthy. Now I've finished talking about food and how we can change our food habits. So I'm going to talk about exercise. And really, a lot of people don't like exercising, and they find it really hard, especially at the start of your journey. You can find it really hard because you might be overweight, you might be obese, so you find it really hard. So I would recommend, this is my advice, is don't start your exercise journey right from the start. Focus on changing one thing at a time. If it's to do with food, focus on changing little bits of changes to do with food a bit at a time, gradually, and then focus on once you've got that right and you start to lose a bit of weight, once you've got the food right, then you focus on the exercise part. And that's what I did. I spent a few months just focusing on the food. Once I got that right, it was time to exercise, because the food that's something that you have to get right, because you're more likely to lose weight if you just change your eating habits. And then to tone up and to lose even more weight, it's great to do the exercise. So once I understood that, then I started to exercise after I had lost some weight. And it was better because after I had lost some weight, I felt a lot lighter. I felt a lot more energetic because I was eating healthy food. I felt a lot more energetic. I felt like I wanted to exercise. I wanted to move. But I think before, when I was eating the unhealthy food, I felt sluggish. I felt really heavy. I didn't feel like it that much. So after you've changed the food, exercise, and choose an exercise that you like. Don't think that you have to go on the treadmill all day long and run and run and run and run, because that might be boring for you. Or you might like that. You might like Zumba, you might like any sort of exercise or exercise class. Find your passion of moving. Sometimes it's something that it's like football or tennis or a sport that you might take on, and that's great. That's exercise. You're moving your body. So find your exercise, an exercise that you actually like, and do that. Any form of movement, any form of exercise that you like. It could be a sport, like I said. So for me, I did not like standing in gyms and running and this and that. I found that a bit boring. I didn't really like it. I go there, I don't know what to do with so I preferred classes. I preferred going to fitness classes, and I have someone there motivating me and pushing me to exercise. And at the end, I feel like I've exercised. I feel good. And also it set a routine, because I knew what days were my exercise classes. So it set a routine, like this day and that day I'm going to be going to the gym to do a class. So it set me a nice routine. So also make sure you have a routine, so you can say to yourself, okay, on these days I'm going to be exercising. Another thing people say is, I don't have time. And of course, we all live busy lives. We don't have time to exercise sometimes. So if you could fit in some form of movement in the day, even inside your home, there's YouTube videos you could follow, exercise YouTube videos that you could do in your home with no equipment whatsoever. There's lots of simple exercises that can be done at home, like I said. So just follow something that just follow something that you can do even in your limited time. And while you're exercising, try to push yourself a little bit more. And while you're exercising, have it mentally in your mind, like I said from the beginning, mentally in your mind what you want to achieve. So when I am exercising and I am pushing myself to do a bit more than I feel like I can do, and I'm just about to give up, I think in my mind, oh, hold on, my goal is this. Yes, I can do it. Motivate yourself, motivate yourself. So yes, even though going to classes does motivate me, I still have to motivate myself inside. I have to motivate myself to go to the classes, and then I have to self-motivate myself to push myself hard in those classes, to work hard and exercise. So self-motivation in exercise is essential, I think, and if you do that, you will do really well. So I think I've covered everything, but if there's anything I forgot, I will add it in the description box. I'll add all the top tips in the description box so you can check those out. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Take good care of yourself. Bye bye.